Week 6 is over, baby. Congratulations to Dave, to Jeff, to Justin, to my co host Troy, to Zach, and to me, the giant killer. 2 weeks in a row, I've taken down number one in our league. Sorry, Jeff, not sorry. Sorry, Jason, not sorry. And Jason's out in the middle of the fucking Caribbean water, so I can't even really text shit to him. But 2 weeks in a row, I took down number one, boy. What's up, Troy? I like the way you're dressed today.
Yeah, it's how winners dress.
It's how winners. I wish I would have got the memo, man. I'm just sitting here in my fucking winning hoodie, like
I
not
mean,
realizing I should have wore some button downs.
you might just be a pretender,
I
you
could
ringless
be,
bitch.
but that's 2 weeks in a row. I took down number one, baby. Woo woo.
Ew, that's how many rings I got.
Okay. Well, it was a
What you
bad week
sitting on?
for you prediction wise, bro. You went 2-4 this week. You're sitting at an even 15-15 for all of our predictions so far.
500's fine.
500's fine.
I know who's
Word.
gonna. I know who's gonna start winning down the stretch. We're fine.
Who's that? Who's gonna start winning down the stretch, bro?
One of those motherfuckers in a pop collared shirt right now. What's up, baby?
That dude in the pop collared shirt got his wish this week, and I believe it's the first trade I saw in our league go down this year, isn't it?
Oh
Have
yeah, I did.
you seen
Yeah,
any other
yeah,
trades?
yeah. I moved off Raheem Mostert, which was probably stupid because he had a great week.
He put up 41 points for Zach. That was pretty ridiculous.
That's all right, man. I got a little 2 and an 8,
Okay,
and
okay, okay.
you know,
Well,
I'm
how about this? Let me see how you feel about what I'm about to throw your way. I'm looking for Amon-Ra St. Brown. I'll throw you a 7 for him. How you feel about a 7 for him?
um suck my dick.
Oh man, for real? Like, I mean, you
A
just you just gave
7?
Zach some really good shit. Like, I mean, come on, you're trying to get rid of stuff. I'm trying to give you that's a better than mid-round pick for next year.
Yeah, for my best player. Get out
Yeah,
of
aren't
here.
you on a fire? I thought you were on a fire sale right now. Like, weren't you trying to get rid of everybody?
No, man, somebody dropped Dak Prescott. And so now I have an actual quarterback. I'm not having to play like Russell Wilson.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
and good things happen. You know, like I think a couple years ago I made the playoffs because somebody dropped Joe Burrow because he was their backup quarterback.
Hmm.
And I similarly found myself in a position where I didn't have a good quarterback because I don't really care about them. They're boring.
Yeah,
Quarterbacks
I'm
quarterbacks get
not
scored too much in this game.
I'm not getting I'm not doing too well with my quarterback right now. Old
Yeah,
Anthony
your
Richardson
quarterback's
is
probably out for
probably
the season.
probably
Who
looking out for the season.
who's your
Granted,
backup?
Ritter put up 29 for me this week, so it wasn't like a bad performance, but I mean, I don't feel great about it.
Yeah, man. Well,
But yeah, it is what it is. We'll see what happens. So you're not down for that, huh? You're gonna try to stick it out, go stretch run, make a run.
I mean, I'm not down for a seventh round pick. No, like you get
Hmm.
that up to like a 2 or a 3. That I mean, I drafted him in the second round.
Oh man, but that's crazy though. That's
That's
crazy.
it's
Ah,
Amon-Ra St. Brown. He's like a top 10 receiver.
is
Sorry you
he?
don't have one, but like you can't just come plunder my village for mine.
All right, well, okay, let me move it up to a 6 then.
Get out of here, man. Get on with the podcast. Real ass offers
um,
only.
I mean, I was gonna make it to you right now in the middle of the podcast. Like, I was gonna make that offer to you. See, I was wanting to see what you were wanting back, like a 7 and a running back.
No, no,
No,
I'm good.
no, all right, okay. I know how much you like pulling trades off, so I thought I would try. Thought I'd
Yeah,
try.
but I mean that's some shit that I try.
All right, man. Do you have anything as far as Dave, Jeff, Justin, you, and Zach go? Zach's team put up ridiculous amount of points again this week.
I mean, Raheem Mostert.
Yep.
Good
I
things
mean,
come to those who trade with me, man. And don't try and
I'm
rig me
trying.
off.
I'm trying to trade with you, man. You keep shooting me down.
Karma is my boyfriend, dog. Like, it just does things for me, man. I'm cool.
All right. Okay. Okay. Let's look at next week and see what we got coming up next week. I'm taking on Phil. Who you got? Who you got there?
Phil.
Okay. The big surprise. Not surprised at all. Jason taking on Snow.
Jason.
Jason, all right. Dave Mayer taking on Jeff.
Oh, dang, that's hard. What if I say that they're gonna tie?
Oh,
Do
you
I get
really
like
want
a
to?
do I get like 100 fucking points if that happens?
I'll give you. If you say they're going to tie and they do, I'll give you 5 points. Ooh,
If I
but
say they tie, if I say they tie and they
yep, yep,
do,
yep.
you give me your first, your third, and your eighth next year for
That
Amon-Ra St. Brown.
absolutely not.
Come
Can't
on,
do
do you
that.
know like
Okay,
do you know like the deal that's gonna happen? Like, you really think that's gonna happen?
okay. All right. Let's let. I'll do this. If they tie, if you say they're going to tie and they tie,
Yeah.
I will trade you 2, 5, and 8.
Okay.
2,
Yeah,
5,
that's a deal.
8. Okay,
If they
but
tie.
if they don't tie, you got to
Yeah.
give me him for a 7.
No, fuck no. I'm never gonna
What?
give you
What?
a for a seven.
What am I getting in this deal then? Like I'm literally like there is nothing for you to lose in that. Like there's got to be something on the line for you.
I mean, not really. It's like betting on black. It's like roulette. It's just like I just doing it is like the loss.
No. See,
It's gonna count
no.
on my ledger on your little thing.
I'm vetoing this now. I'm scratching it out on my little pad here, my little legal pad. It's scratched out. No more deal. You got to pick a winner between Dave and Jeff.
I am going to pick a tie
All
and
right,
watch
all
it
right.
happen.
Yeah, you're gonna pick a tie, which
I'll
means
take my loss.
you're gonna get 0 for that one.
That's fine.
Eddie and Pete.
Eddie.
Eddie, all right, okay. Troy, you, and Joel.
Joel.
Like, is this like a reverse psychology thing? Like, are you trying to get in favor with the football god, the fantasy football gods, by thinking you're not going to win? Just like last week, you bet
I,
against yourself and
I
you
don't
won,
like I all bets are off, man.
but
I
you got
wake up
yourself a
on Monday
quarterback
morning
now.
and I'm just like, what the fuck just happened?
All right, and finally, Zach and Justin.
Oh, Justin.
Justin, okay, okay.
It's
You
fuck
you
Zach.
you you, you saw what Zach just did with your player last week, and you're still gonna pick against him?
Yeah, that's fine. I'm rooting for Devin A. Chain to come back soon.
Okay, okay,
Take that
okay.
job again.
Um, before I let you go, I heard rumors that some shit went down in your other fantasy football league.
Oh, fuck you, man. Fuck you, dude.
You want to talk about it? You need to get it off your chest.
I lost by 0.09 points.
How is that even a thing? How the fuck does scoring happen in this other league? Like how do you get 0.09 of a point?
Dog, that's how there's no ties. Duh. Every year when like we have the tie and we're like, what are the ties? It's like because we don't have decimal point scoring.
Hmm.
We see well, we need to do two things in this league. We need to do a lot
Okay.
of things in this league.
Okay. Okay.
But here's my first two changes that I would
Let's
make.
hear it. Mr.
Okay,
Mayor, I hope you're listening.
we gotta have decimal point scoring,
Okay.
even if it's just for like quarterbacks,
So
right?
how do you get decimal points of a point? That's what I don't understand. Like how is that?
Okay, so like right now, the way this leads into the second thing that we
Oh,
need to
okay.
do is we got to change the way quarterbacks are scored. I picked,
Mm,
like I said earlier, I picked up Dak Prescott on the waiver wires. The fucking Cowboys scored, I think, 21 points, maybe 24 points, something like that last night.
okay.
And somehow Dak Prescott put up 40 fucking fantasy points. Like, no, he's not that. Like, I mean, he deserved credit for having a good game, winning, all that.
Hmm.
But like, dude, and it's all because like right now the way the it's scored is like you get a point for every completion and -1 point for every incompletion.
Yeah.
Teams are throwing like 50 fucking times a game. Your boy Desmond Ritter, the reason he scored 22 points is because he threw the ball 44 fucking times. And I was just like, yeah, dude, if you're like a 60 percenter right now as a quarterback, which is kind of like the bare minimum to play quarterback effectively in the NFL. And
Hmm.
since we're in a one quarterback league, that means the 12 best quarterbacks, right? They all throw about 66%. So they're getting 1 point just given to them for every three dropbacks. They drop back like 45 times. That's 15 points. just off the jump before they've put a yard, a touchdown, anything on the board. I was like,
Hmm.
where in the world do they have like, it's just like this outsized like equivalency to like everything else that like happens. So you have guys like fucking Kirk Cousins who like can't win an actual football game out here like balling out at like 40 points a game. And it's just like, okay, cool. Like as opposed, okay, so go back to decimal point scoring.
Yeah,
What
yeah,
if we
yeah.
change what if we change the points per completion to like 0.25? And then we change the incomplete minus 0.25. This way that 15, it becomes like 4 extra points. So Kirk Cousins like scores more in line with what you would think like more in line with what like standard fantasy football scoring is. Like, which is like, he'll give you like 22 points. Because right now, like, man, a quarterback in our league, a good quarterback, like, if you get somebody like fucking, Pat Mahomes on a heater, it's like that's like 60 points. Like Josh Allen got me last week for like 60 fucking points. And I was like, dude, my 3 receivers, even if they're baller and both scoring a touchdown, they're gonna get you about 60 points. And it's just like, why is the quarterback so weighted?
Hmm.
And if we're gonna weight them, let's start 2 of them. That's third
Oh,
rule change.
oh, okay. All right. 2 quarterbacks. It's an interesting idea. I
Sorry, that's the
mean,
train coming.
no, no worries. You didn't have me at the beginning, but I think you may have sold me on this lower quarterback scoring idea. Kind of makes me feel like good quarterbacks won't fucking matter at that point, but I mean, word.
No, they
I don't have a
still
quarterback right
will.
now, so
They still will. It's just like, what's the difference between like Pat Mahomes and somebody fucking like Trevor Lawrence? You know what I mean? It could be up to like 25 points a game, and they're having similar impact on their team.
hmm. I don't know. I guess it's just. I can't argue anything that you said, so like, I'm not even gonna try. I feel like good quarterbacks that throw good balls that get completions should like get some credit for it.
Sure, but then Justin Fields was the fucking like 6th leading scorer in our league last year.
I guess that's true.
Why? Like because running alone, like no, because like if we're really like, you know what I mean, like all Justin Fields had to do was maintain 50% passing, and like if he can get up to like 51, that means for every like he's getting just free points. He's not losing points. He's not losing points for being inaccurate.
Yeah, yeah, okay, all right. Well, Mr.
Because that's
Mayor, I
the thing,
hope.
like everybody's so good, you don't lose points for being inaccurate. You just don't gain as many. But like the
Okay.
what you gain off of being accurate is like far like you know what I mean? Like think about like okay, like you could just dump down. Like, you know what I mean? It's why like, like faking bakers like fucking Kirk Cousins or like your Dak Prescott's, that's why they can hang with the big boys. It's because like, yeah, I'm throwing these 3-yard completions, but every time I'm doing it, racking up a point, a point,
Mm-hmm.
a point, a point.
I'm starting to think that Mr. Mayor, our commissioner, at the end of the season should hand out a questionnaire that would allow us to all voice our opinions on rule changes that we think we should do moving forward. And
Man,
decimal point scoring for quarterbacks could be on that list. I don't think it's a bad idea.
just open it up. Like that way you have a better percentage of like avoiding ties, which seem to be everybody's annoyance.
Yeah,
And
I'm very much against the tie.
it takes a little bit of the edge off of like not having like one of the top 5 elite guys.
Word.
And
And
then if we
our
got rid of the tight end too, and we just made it a flex, holy shit,
mm.
we could just be living in Shangri-La. We could be living in heaven.
Well, so our commissioner did weigh in last week after he listened to the podcast and said that we expanded the roster because of COVID. So it sounds like we are going to dial that back next year, and then we can put this on the table to do some quarterback point changing. So, Mr. Mayor, if you're listening, that's another thing for you to address, please.
I mean, look at me, baby. All I do is make things better. You're
All right,
welcome.
man. What a great week. Yeah. I'm sorry we couldn't pull off a trade. I'm sorry trade talks broke down or never really happened here. But maybe next week. Maybe I'll come back at you with something next week, and we'll see what happens.
I mean, you can always ask.
I'm gonna start sending you a trade request every single day and see what you think of every one of them.
That's fine. I might even counter some of them.
Okay, all
That's
right.
how the game works. You offer something, and then I go, all right, let me offer this, and then like we
Okay.
go from there.
All right.
It's a
We'll see.
negotiation.
We'll see if we got anything to report negotiation wise next week.
You think Zach started with that offer? Hell no.
Oh, interesting. I mean, he
Got to
did give
play the
up a
game. It's
two.
fun.
Yeah. All
Got to
right.
get
Well,
what
it's
you want.
always a pleasure chatting with you. I'm sure we will have more fun stuff to talk about next week.
Deuces.
Deuces.